You already know what I'm about. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Man, all right, question number one, right off jump. How dialed in are you? How dialed in are you to your business, to your brand, to your company, to your family, to whatever it is you are about? How dialed in are you? Here's what I mean, all right? At a time, I was with Omar. Omar, by the way, if you have not met him yet, if you don't know who I'm referring to when I say Omar, just go back into the Move Swiftly podcast and listen to the episode titled Business Mentorship 101, and he puts it all out there. Guy, if you don't know, you definitely need to get to know, right? So he and I got really close over the past decade or so, and I actually met him when I worked at Washington Sports Club. I worked at the Washington Sports Club in South Bethesda. And, once I went to school, and after I graduated, he and I became really close friends and things like that. We tried had a lot of business ideas, but thankfully, nothing really dented our friendship and things like that. And that's actually what it's all about. But anyway, let me just give you a quick story. When I say how dialed in are you? Here's my question. Here's what I mean when I say how dialed in to your business are you? There had a time where Omar and I were working out at the Washington Sports Club in Silver Spring. This was in downtown Silver Spring, right next to the Majestic Theater. And I believe it was right across right across the street from Whole Foods. And there was a new library built across the street. So the Washington Sports Club in Silver Spring, which was closer to both of us, right? And as we were leaving, there was some sort of a promo going on for Washington Sports Club, and they had some cool phrase like, big savings for the winter or some crazy that just caught Omar's attention, right? So here's what he did. He takes the sign off. He takes the sign off the glass. This isn't his business, all right? He doesn't even work at this location. So he takes the sign off the glass, takes a picture of it just so he can put it in his memory bank. And say, I may use it for marketing later. I don't know. It just struck me and I got to do something. And that's what I mean. When you're just out there in casual conversation, or you're with some friends or with your peoples or whatever it is you're doing, are you dialed in to the point where you see something, you're like, look, I got to take a note of it. I got to make a mental note. I got to do something to make it so I remember because I'm dialed in. So the question really is now, are you dialed in, and how dialed in are you? Do you see something that inspires you, will help your business in some way, or may not help your business? You don't want to take any chances. Do you take a little note? Do you take a little picture of it? Do you do something to make it so, okay, let me follow up on it. Let me research it. Let me do what I got to do. That's the true essence of entrepreneurship. That's the true essence of leadership. And the question really is, are you really dialed in? Because this is something that's on you. Omar did something that was on him. There was no boss telling him to do that. He was already, training clients and doing what he had to do from a job standpoint. But the work was a little more important. So he had to take a picture of that, all right? Again, I dive deeper on all of this stuff. If you have not yet, or if you're listening to this on the Move Swiftly podcast, make sure you hit that follow button. If you have not yet heard about the Move Swiftly podcast, be sure you subscribe to it as soon as possible. It's coming out 5 days a week. We're coming out on fire. Also, makeyourmove.com. That's makeymove.com. Make sure you purchase the books, the merch, everything you can possibly purchase on that website. All the money is going to be reinvested in the community. Also, the most important thing are the ROI hiring seminars and the Move Swiftly workshops. Make sure you inquire about those as well. It's all about finding the right employee and the right employer and making that match. I've officially cracked that code, so make sure you inquire about that as well. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.